Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Project Airwaves. I'm D.
And this is Lynn. Welcome back, everybody.
How's it going, everybody? Lynn, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I am here.
You are here.
I am here.
He shaved his beard.
I did. I didn't
For
know
those
if you
of you
noticed.
who didn't know,
I didn't know if you
this
noticed.
dude went from like Tim the Toolman Taylor, like he had a beard. Wait, who was the guy? Who was Tim's friend?
Alan?
Alan, yeah.
Was it not Full House?
No.
Home Improvement?
Yeah, Home Improvement.
Yeah, Home Improvement.
You look like him with a full beard,
Yeah.
and then he shaved it off.
Just
Now
think Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Was
Lynn's got a baby face.
Yes, my
He's got a
face
baby
is
face.
completely shaved down to that of a child, a pubescent child.
For his mask.
I didn't have. Yes, with my property opening back up as of last week, having to wear those masks full time for 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
It's like it's the equivalent of sucking on a sponge.
Yes.
I had to have a sponge with my face with a plastic bag wrapped around my head, and I couldn't breathe.
Just breathing in your own
It was
essence.
miserable, getting lightheaded, vertigo, everything. I was like, you know what? As much as I love this beard, it's time to take off.
Back to baby face.
Yes, and now I look like a small child. 10 years of
back
shaving.
in what, junior high school, high school?
Yeah, exactly. That. Every person that I work with, they all said the same thing. They're like, "Oh God, what happened?" A lot of people like it. They're like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't look bad," and other people are like, "Why would you do it? Why did you do that? Where's your face?"
Pull the Benjamin Button.
Yes,
He's getting
exactly.
older and he looks younger.
Exactly.
Like, the fuck?
Nope.
So, shit's been going down.
It's been a lot. We're a little behind on the current events, but we are trying to keep up to date. We're going to start pushing these episodes out more and faster with a lot more of a circumference to know what's going on. But there are so many topics we were going to hit in this part 1 of 2 parts for this episode.
Yes.
Where do we start?
We're going to launch off. Does anybody know about Ninja?
Ooh, Ninja.
Yes.
So a lot of my gamer fans and stuff like that, people that do tend to listen, Ninja is one of the multi-million-dollar platform
multi
gamer
stupid.
on the planet. This
Hanging
guy
out with Drake on Fortnite.
He did
for
that.
No
He did
reason.
the what is it called with Kevin Hart, where they sit in ice. Old Spice sponsors it.
What? Like an ice bucket challenge?
No, they sit in ice tubs, in ice buckets, and then they converse while they're in the tubs. Like he's done it with everybody, like a whole bunch of different stuff. He did it with Floyd Mayweather.
Almost like Hot Ones.
Yeah, it's almost like Hot Ones.
In reverse.
But now, it's an ice
weird.
one. I'll have to look up the name. But he Ninja's definitely he's a multimillionaire with just gaming and streaming off of Twitch, off of Mixer, YouTube, all kinds of stuff.
Rip Mixer.
Yes. Rip
you
Mixer.
will not be missed because nobody knew who you were.
No, I mean, until recently, I didn't even know what it was either.
We literally hardly knew you.
It was a Kroger knockoff brand of Twitch.
But see, here's the thing. So with Ninja and a few of the other gamers, sorry, I'm not that very well versed in these gamers as far as how popular they are in like Fortnite and things like that. But with Ninja and a few of the other people, they paid them out. So not only did Ninja sign a contract for a few $1 million, like a stupid amount, it was like $50 or $60 million.
Cold as balls. That's what it's called.
Cold as balls.
It's Kevin Hart's, because he did one with Blake Riven. It's called Cold as Balls. It's pretty funny.
Well, yes, because in my mind, I'm like, my balls would be in my stomach if I sat in a.
It's called Cold
tub.
as Balls. It's like Hot Ones. He literally interviews people in
You can go fuck yourself.
in ice baths.
You go fuck yourself.
Yes, it's intense. But go ahead. Sorry,
but
continue.
no, it's okay. So Ninja and these people signed these contracts. When Mixer went down, they just decided to pay him out.
Mm-hmm.
So without actually having to put out the content, these dudes just got paid out $50-60 million for shits and giggles.
So it put Ninja into a whole different tax bracket. He literally got such a victory. It was him and another player.
It was like him and one or two other people.
So they're set. They're set for quite a while
Right.
because of that. And with that company falling out because the contract had to be paid out without counteracting in a lawsuit, they're it's just
they
done.
got that paper,
Yeah,
baby. So then, of course, Ninja, being the smart person he is, went on YouTube, live streamed. Everybody fucking loved it. Of course, he pretty much didn't lose his following at all, as far as I know. He might have had a few stragglers here and there, but the guy's pretty much still on his A game. Nobody really knows right now because he hasn't signed to YouTube gaming. I guess he's avoiding Facebook gaming.
Yeah, he doesn't want to dabble with Facebook gaming.
Right.
I saw something
Twitch
about
is kind of like his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
so you don't go back to your ex-girlfriend.
No, he spoke about that on the Cold as Balls thing with Kevin Hart. Is that Twitch had banned him for profanity or something like that? Like he was just swearing too much.
Yeah. So we don't go back to ex-girlfriends like that. But other than that, for a lot of you, I'm sure you'll be happy to know the U.S. is trying to ban TikTok.
Oh yeah.
So
TikTok, obviously a lot of people tend to know TikTok is like the 2.0 version of Vine. When
It
Vine
pretty
was still
much,
a popular thing.
Vine's place.
It took Vine's place, but Vine was such a big thing for it being a short recording span that people fell in love with it. A lot of people that are famous today are based off of what Vine did.
They started Vine.
Exactly. Yes. So now running on TikTok, it is such a big platform, but from from my understanding, at least, Dee's got a little more research in than I did, is that all these other countries are banning TikTok due to, what is it? They're sharing their information.
It's a security violation, loophole, backdoor, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
They believe that China is siphoning your information
through TikTok.
TikTok.
But it's no different than you trying to look up something on
research. It's
Facebook
no
does the same
different
thing
from anything else.
Yeah, because
but see, guys, here's what you have to understand: half the shit we have comes from China. So if they wanted your information, your laptop was made in China. Your phone was made in China.
Just doing a Google search. The minute that you Google search something, like I just recently purchased a car. I never looked anything in the cars prior to this. But the minute I Google searched it, and all of a sudden I'm getting Facebook ads saying, "Do you want to get this car through this thing?"
Don't forget, you're looking at this car.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
You think about this car.
So they're gonna take into consideration no matter what it is.
It feeds into a bigger issue. Android has the Huawei or had the Huawei operating system. That's a whole lot of techie stuff. But long and short of it, same issue with potentially China siphoning data from the users. Well, Huawei was installed in all Android devices at that time. When I say all, not just you and me, government entities, telephone services.
Is that kind of like how Android runs on, what is it called, like Jelly Bean? Or
well, kind of, yeah.
That's a form of a platform that
was
runs
built into the operating. It was a part of the operating system.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like having, you have Microsoft, Windows. So you have Android, Huawei type situation. And so that's why Huawei went away, and you noticed a lot of I know my company, we stopped giving Android phones out to our users. We started only doing iPhones for these security protocols. So it feeds into a much bigger issue where they're worried about China stealing our data. But I mean, folks, let's just be honest. Your Alexa was probably made in China. Your car was probably made in China. If your car wasn't made in China, the
parts.
AI in your car probably
exactly.
came from China. So guys, if they wanted your data, it's nothing to them to get it out. I mean, your PC was probably made in China. If not, the computer chip that's in your PC was made in China.
Exactly.
We get everything from fucking China.
Unless you cut the head off the chicken, you're still getting parts of the chicken, the leg, the thighs, the breast, in order to feed yourself.
If they have any chunk of that technology built in, they can siphon your data. It's just how it works. So that's been a fun little topic of conversation because with all these kids, the millennials, they're like, oh my god, TikTok's going away.
I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, exactly.
What was it for us back in the day? It was MySpace.
Yes.
Then we had Yahoo Instant Messaging, AOL Instant Messaging.
There's always going to be some form of a social media platform. And when TikTok runs its course, there'll be another platform that's going to end up coming and picking up and taking up the scraps from it.
Right. So TikTok's going to go bye-bye. And if it doesn't, trust me, it'll be heavily, heavily restricted or monitored.
To where nobody's going to want to really even use it for a day-to-day. But I mean,
super censored.
I've looked at some of it, and it's like some of the stuff that's on TikTok. It
looks pretty harmless.
It is. It's like you can literally use that thing at such a high rate for video editing that you wouldn't even need a professional camera or computer.
Yeah.
The phone does everything.
One girl, I forgot her name. Sorry, guys. I forgot her name, but she actually got famous because she uploaded her master, what was it? It was like she uploaded her album. No, not uploaded. She
like an artist?
Yes, she what's the word? She premiered her album on TikTok through TikTok.
Oh.
Like one of the songs of her album and just got millions of views on it and everything.
Oh, I didn't know
that.
that.
Became famous through TikTok. Yeah, you have people that have literally become famous and or slightly rich through TikTok.
I believe it, yeah.
It's fucking insanity.
Just if you try to do the research on everything like that, like obviously YouTube tends to be a dying platform. It's been there forever, but the amount of money you can get from it from advertisements is flatlined to practically nothing.
Right.
Yeah, so
it's absurd.
You just got to take advantage. I mean, if TikTok wasn't dying somewhere down the road, we would probably try to use it to find a form of investment. Exactly.
Yeah, it'd be something else. So Lynn, I need money. You got some money for me, bros?
I mean, I know of a system or what is it? A membership possibly that can help us get money, but out of my pocket, no, I am broke as a joke.
So you don't have a check for me?
Oh, you know what? I do have money coming though. Can I put you on hold until I actually get that?
Whoa.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Stimulus?
Stimulus check.
Stimulus?
Round 2.
Are we getting another one?
We're getting another one. Round 2 of the 2020 COVID.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Stimulus check is on its way. So what we've been seeing is obviously with the whole unemployment rate still fluctuating, they are taking away the $600 additionally from what people get.
No, not fluctuating. Correction. Increasing.
Yes, increasing. There
it's
you
not
go.
going down.
So in order to compensate, what the federal government is doing is they're trying to re-sign another contract for a $1 trillion round of stimulus.
Another stimulus check.
And it's supposed to be more than the last one.
Which is absurd.
So it will not
Which would be great.
Yes, it would be great.
If they weren't going to take it back.
Yes, exactly. So
my girl has already felt it in her check.
Yes.
And on her She said they put a freeze on their raises for up to 5 years.
Oh yeah, the money that's coming out of the Treasury every single time we hit a stimulus round,
right?
It puts such a huge dent in the Treasury. The last one took away 70% of what the U.S. Treasury was.
Yeah,
because trillion is a huge fucking number.
Yes, but see, that's the problem. You should be prepared. You don't have all these people moving to your house if you can't fucking pay for your house. Okay, we beg people to come over to the United States. We give them amnesty and we protect them and all of this stuff. If you're allowing these people to come into the country, if you're allowing us to be born into the country, we work, we pay taxes, we have 401ks, we're working toward retirement. The least you could do is give me some motherfucking money when I need it.
Yeah, but it won't. The U.S. government and all that's going on right now, they're trying to find forms to invest everything on the outskirts of the country.
Yes.
So it sucks to say is that, yes, the stimulus is coming, is going to be big.
Right.
It might be $1,500 to almost $2,000, and then it's up to $600 per child rather than less than what it was before. But be prepared. At the end of the year,
you're gonna feel it.
You're gonna end up, you're gonna end up having to pay it back.
You're gonna feel it somewhere.
You're gonna end up having to take a huge chunk out of that.
Unemployment folks,
the greedy ones,
rip that extra $600 off your check.
Yes.
Sorry, it's going to be over soon.
It sucks to say, obviously.
But, for those of us who are still fucking working. Now, here's the thing. Let me preface this, and I don't want to come across as an asshole. So I have nothing against people who are unemployed. A lot of people had no choice in their unemployment, and I know, honest to God, if they had a choice, they would be working full-time regardless of the situation.
Correct.
However, unfortunately, for people like me and Lynn who work 80 hours every, or 40 hours a week, 80 hours every 2 weeks.
Sometimes more.
We get no extra $600.
Nope.
We get no extra vacation time.
Nope.
We get no time off. We get nothing to look forward to once the pandemic is over.
Never.
We've been given nothing. For me, I'm not pointing the blame at the people who are unemployed because it's not their fault.
No, of course.
I'm pointing at the government, which that's the only place you can point because, like in previous episodes, go back if you haven't listened because I did say this, but like in previous episodes I said, it feels like they're not looking out for us. We're working, you hazard pay, you do security, you're out in the field working with these people who choose not to wear masks.
So that was to not to cut you off, that was a topic that we will try to go deeper into it, in our part 2 on a little bit more of a serious note about what's going on here in Vegas. It's like the stimulus check is a great thing, but the hazard pay seems to be, you do still have a higher level of workforce where people are trying to make the town run.
Right.
Because if we weren't here still working, half these properties still wouldn't be available. With my property opening, it's the same thing with what happened with Caesars is that, Caesars is going to be shutting down because an officer, no, I don't know if it was Caesars. It's somewhere in it might be in another state, correct me if I'm wrong, but an officer died to COVID.
Oh, shit.
Because they were presented in a higher circumstance where now that there's guests coming through that aren't wearing masks.
Right.
Us frontline defense of guests coming and going. I have to sit there and check temperatures at work.
Right.
I have to sit there with the little number clicker, and I don't know if I showed you that.
Yeah, you have to count in each guest.
I have to count each guest coming and going and walking in
insanity.
fucking circles and every exit that comes and goes. So I have to come in contact with people all over the world to where now I have a piece of tissue paper covering my face that may or may not stop me from getting sick.
Yes.
And it's like, blah, people that aren't sick,
right,
not to be spiteful on the people that are unemployed, are making more money than me to sit home and do nothing.
Yes.
Nothing at all.
And that's the kicker, because we're raised, you work hard, you put in your time, you're going to get taken care of.
There was a fucking meme of a guy, so it's a 4 cutout meme of a guy painting his face, and he goes, maybe if I work extra hard, and he's painting his face white, and I strive to be successful, and he's putting on a wig like a clown, and I use no PTO or sick days, and he puts on a clown nose. Then maybe my job will respect me. And it shows him dressed up as a clown at the end. Yes. It's like it sucks, is that we were trained to work hard and in exchange we'll be rewarded well, but then you're not. I can grind myself into the wall or into the ground, busting my ass every single day, 5-6 days a week. Yes. And it's like I have nothing to show for it.
What do you get in return? Be thankful you have a job.
Yeah, be grateful you have a job. It's an insult. It's a slap in the face.
That's where we are now. So you're going to treat me like a lazy fucking bum. And that's the thing. It feels like we're being pitted against each other. You know what I mean? It's not anybody's fault they don't have a job. It's not anybody's fault they still have a job. Mm-hmm. COVID-19 was just COVID-19. That's just how it happened. That's just how shit turned out. So, we look toward the future and we're going to hope for the best. But I'm just saying, it'd be nice. Hey, just in case, if you weren't sure, for the 2020 election, you can vote for Kanye West.
Kanye West put his name up there as a runner.
That chicken fucker.
As a fucking runner in for the COVID not COVID, sorry, 2020, 2024 election, whatever it may be. But it was no different than Kid Rock and The Rock both had put their names in that quota for elections. But Kanye West actually announced it. But I mean, think about it like this: I would have never thought in a million years that Donald Trump was going to run. He's a multi-billion-dollar person.
Fuck it.
That jumped
Fuck that.
Be prepared.
Fuck that. It's true. You're right.
It could happen.
You speak facts, but here's the problem. We don't need Kanye West. This isn't Bruce fucking Wayne.
No.
I'm going to give you the hero you deserve.
No.
No, fucker. We don't need Kanye West as a president.
We don't.
Okay? We don't need Kim Kardashian or any of her gender flipping family folk running our country, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it's
and look, Kanye, hats off to you, Black Power, my brother. Look, whatever your intentions are, I'm sure they are pure and they are felt worldwide. However, we don't need you.
No, we don't.
We don't need you. We need another Barack Obama.
Exactly.
That's what we need.
Someone's got to come in and clean up all this mess that's been happening.
Who's gonna fix the shit?
And
okay,
it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
I don't need my president fucking going to another country talking about how he's got shot in the face.
Yes.
And how his wife has a fake ass, fake tits, and a fake face, and they make fucking makeup. Like I that's not how I want to be represented.
No, it's gonna be a clusterfuck waiting to happen. I mean, if it even comes to
it,
he
won't win.
No.
Okay.
But he'll be up there.
He can.
It's having a celebrity appearance.
He's too late to. Well, the problem is. So here's the thing. Here's why he won't win, and he really shouldn't even try. I think he's just doing it for publicity. But whatever.
But it's a 2024 election.
It's too late for him to really hit any of the big major territories of what is he? Democrat? Whatever the fuck.
No, he would be Republican.
Sorry, I'm not political, guys. I gave up on that a long time ago.
He would be a Republican.
But so a lot of the hot states for the Republicans, he hasn't submitted the necessary paperwork.
No.
Like one of the people in the news said that he doesn't understand the amount of scrutiny, similar to Donald Trump and Obama, maybe even worse, how much scrutiny he'd be under. We need tax information. We want to know about your personal life.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to earn money off of your records or shit like that while you were the president. Assets.
Yeah, it's all going to come under investigation, under fire. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, if we did the research right through it, it'll be 2024.
Yes.
Because the 2020 elections are coming off towards the end of November, which people have been joking that.
And I'd have the same reaction if Drake, P. Diddy, fucking anybody else decided they wanted to be president.
Hey, I'd vote for Drake.
I would not.
I would vote for Drake.
I would not.
He makes good music. So
another one. No, I'd vote for DJ Khaled.
I would never vote for DJ.
Like, is he going to get another?
You know what?
Another
but
one.
He would be so motivating. He would have a motivational speech every single day. America, you are loyal.
I don't know if this was a grateful. Geico commercial or what.
When he's not shaving, is it shaving his face? Brushing his teeth. Yeah, the guy's brushing his teeth in circles. I'm gonna need you to brush your teeth in a circular motion. Do another one.
It's DJ Khaled. Tiny circles.
Tiny circles. Oh man.
Why?
I don't know. Moving on. A couple more current events that we'll be trying to hit.
Really quick. So, on a little bit of a not so light note. So, international students are potentially facing deportation due to I.C.E. trying to enforce the fact that these students cannot attend in-person classes and or sessions.
So, to give a quick informational run on a lot of people, I don't know if they know it, but if you are coming in as a foreigner from anywhere outside of the United States and you're not legally married in, you come in on what is called an American visa. Yeah, it's an American visa. It's a visa. I know that's where the location I work at. There's an Irish pub inside there. There are employees that come from Ireland
that have work visas.
Have work visas. Mm-hmm. They're coming across the same situation that because their bar has been closed, Irish pub has no reason to pay for their visas to be here, so they're getting deported and sent back home.
But the question is, how do you deport somebody during a national pandemic? A global pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gray area.
Other countries have shut down their borders.
Exactly. You can't
send travel.
Where are you going to send them?
Where are you going to
send them? You're going to bounce them right back over.
You're going to put them in a FEMA camp?
I'll let you go back over to what it is going on.
It's just so the schools in an effort to work with their students, because it would be a huge profit loss for the country. These people make up hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of jobs across the U.S., and it would just be a major financial blow to the country as a whole, losing these people. So what a lot of these universities are doing they are trying to get together what's called like a type of hybrid program, where it's some virtual, some in person as far as their classes so these people can maintain their visas.
5 days of school, 2 in class, 3 online.
Something
I think
like
more
that.
or less like
something
that.
like that. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very difficult for these people, and my heart goes out to them. And somebody, I do believe it was on Twitter, had made a comment. It's like, why would you do some shit like this in the middle of a pandemic? Like, all the time.
They're trying to cut,
fuck with people.
They're trying to cut. I know it sounds shitty, and I'm not justifying it, but they're trying to cut corners and nitpick at where they can get money.
Yes.
Because in order to cancel somebody's visa, that means you're paying for a year's worth of their living arrangements here, almost 3 to 5 years. If you cut that in the bud, that's money that businesses get to save.
They don't have to spend.
But the shitty way is trying to deport them through ICE.
Yes.
Is such a shit show, because if you get deported back on ICE because of this whole visa incident, you can't come back.
They're going to treat them like illegals.
They're going to treat them like illegals.
Yes.
You're not going to go back on a nice coach ride back on a plane. They're going to deport your ass on a bus, send you on a boat, and then put you wherever to go to. You're going to have a miserable time trying to come back. So by the time that things are done, why would they even want to come back?
And that's what it's going to come down to. So like I said, you know, for some of us, it feels like they're trying to pit us against each other. We got to try and keep a positive attitude, guys. And you're going to hear me say that. And there's some days where I wake up and I don't even believe that myself, but we have to make it to tomorrow. We have to see what the next day is going to bring, because one day this COVID will be a thing of the past.
It will.
It's not going to kill all of us, and we are going to rise above. We'll either, like I said before, develop some type of natural immunity,
if you haven't already,
vaccination, a cure, whatever. We'll get past it, and you know we'll find a way to rebuild. But for now, yes, things are looking pretty bleak, but that's okay, because no matter what, as dark as it may seem, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely.
So you know we're gonna wrap this part up, part 1. So I hope you guys had a good time. We are going to be throwing part 2 on pretty much right after it, just to make sure you don't miss out. But you know we kind of want to keep things short, so that way you know people can listen to the whole podcast.
If you want to listen to the whole podcast, you got the gloriousness of part 1 and then the ending factors of part 2. But if you are a quick short-term listener, then part 1 might be your ear. If you're not liking all the topics and you want something,
go down.
Exactly. If you want if you want that real serious, hard-hitting topics, you know, part 2 might be where your heart sets. So be sure to stay tuned.
Yes, motherfuckers. This is D.
And this is Lynn.
We will talk to you on the next episode.
Talk to you soon.
Good.
You did great.
You did real good.